wanted to share with you some of my favourite things on the cards. Now, wine can seem complicated sometimes, but some of these are super simple, and there's some really easy things you can learn which help you understand wine better. First couple are grapes that have different names, but actually the same grape. So Primitivo and Zinfandel, same grape, different names. Normally it's a different name based on where it comes from. So a Zinfandel from California will taste different to a Primitivo from Italy, even though they're the same grape. And the card will help you pick out which characteristics are from different regions. Similarly, Syrah, Shiraz, same thing. It's the same grape, just with a different name. In France, it's going to be called Syrah, and in Australia, for example, and other places, it'll be Shiraz. And again, because they're grown in different places, they'll taste slightly different, and the card will kind of highlight those differences. Another great thing I found with the cards, I've discovered some new wines. So for Sauvignon Blanc, I'm a big fan of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, very fresh and fruity. But then through the cards, I discovered Gruner Veltliner, which is a Austrian wine, quite similar. I find them actually quite a bit more interesting. So if you like a Sauvignon Blanc and you want to try something new, try a Gruner, as it's called sometimes. And on these cards, you'll see at the bottom are the icons showing the characteristics on these little wine bottle icons, and that you'll see here that they're similar. And that's the same with some of the other grapes in the cards. If you like a particular one, you know you like it, you can try and find one that has similar kind of characteristics, and you may discover something new. European wines can be a bit tricky because often they don't tell you what grape is in the wine on the label. So Bordeaux, for example, the wine bottle will say Bordeaux on it, but it doesn't tell you what grape it is normally. But typically, a Bordeaux is based on either Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot with some other blends mixed in. So if you know a particular Bordeaux you like, you can see if it's a Cabernet Sauvignon wine. This Bordeaux card shows you some of the examples there, and then you can look at the Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot cards to see what kind of characteristics you'd be looking for, and then maybe find some other wines that are less expensive because they don't say Bordeaux on the label. Another French one, Burgundy. So Burgundy red wines can be pretty expensive and fancy, but they won't say what grape they are, but they're Pinot Noir pretty much. So a Burgundy red like this one doesn't say Pinot Noir on it, but it is a Pinot Noir. This one doesn't even say Burgundy on it. It's from a vineyard called Gevrey Chambertin, which is a particularly famous one. And in this case, that's highlighted on the card as one of the famous ones from there. And that is also on the label. You can see this one has a Premier Cru, it says on the label. And on this card, you have a pyramid of hierarchy. So this shows that Premier Cru is kind of the second best from that region, and the Grand Cru is a bit better, but this is a very nice one. So one for definitely a special occasion. And again, actually, Prosecco is another one where there's a pyramid of hierarchy on the card. And if you look on the Kickstarter page, there's a quick tip there to help you potentially buy a better Prosecco for not necessarily much more money, but just by looking at the card, you can figure out maybe get a better one.